the trainings on for working professionals and corporates. And we are so glad today to welcome you all to this special webinar, which we do typically once in a month. And this month we focused on a very new topic, but very, very relevant topic, which is upcoming, which is called an open platform for enterprise AI. I'm sure those who are joining here could be students, it could be faculty, it could be working professionals. One of the biggest challenge of scaling AI could be that there are multiple vendors, there are multiple ecosystem partners that who comes into generating a solution which is scalable. So most of the time, there is the compatibility between these components are one of the big challenge. So we are so glad to know that Linux Foundation, led by Intel, Hugging Face, Red Hat, and so many other organizations are now coming together to build an open platform for enterprise AI, which is one of the biggest need today, especially for moving from a local hosted system to an enterprise AI level, leading to multiple customer solutions. How do we bring all these opens? Because most of you are running your LLMs, maybe taken from some of the pre-trained models. Data engineering is done somewhere differently. Deployment is done in cloud. A lot of incompatibility issues which would come in. So I think what Intel and Sriram's and everyone's team is now doing is absolutely a big necessity for today's LLM scaling up, which is required. Now, Dr. Sriram is going to talk about this whole process, and I think there is an open community also, so which he is going to talk about how all of you can contribute. And before we begin the webinar, we thought that we will introduce the host again. For the people, those who are very new to REVA University and REVA Academy for Corporate Excellence, again, welcome and thank you for joining. We are a very promising upcoming private university, which is located in Bangalore. What you see is our campus. It's a beautiful 45 acres plus lush green, one of the cleanest campus in the country, because we have been getting awards on Swachh, the cleanest campus awards from AICTE and UGC. And this is under the visionary leadership of our founder, Dr. P. Shamaraju, who also is the MD of Divishri Developers, etc. And we house about 16,000 students, 2,000 plus staff, and we have 80 plus programs across engineering, management, law, architecture, sciences. And along with that, we also do a program only for working professionals. And that we call it as REVA Academy for Corporate Excellence, RACE in short. RACE works on these areas: data science, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, cloud technologies. We also do techno-functional leadership program, all custom made for working professionals. And we are so glad to share that for the past 7-8 years of our existence, we have trained almost 2,000 plus working professionals and helped them transition their careers to these areas. And currently, we say all our programs are very techno-functional or purely technical. And we bring a lot of very interesting ecosystem, which is a set of industry senior leaders like Dr. Sriram and others. And then we have about 100 plus hiring partners whom we as well train, as well as we have designed about 300 plus courses. We have multiple set of partners who comes in terms of it could be certifications, it could be knowledge sharing, or it could be infrastructure support. So we are actually very supported or very blessed by the support that we get from industry to run these programs. We would request all of you to go through the programs and then get an understanding of what we do. And so I'm going to quickly run through. These are the 4 master's programs that we currently run. One is on business analytics, one on AI, cybersecurity, and one on cloud architecture. All being mainly customized for working professionals. And one of the programs which we focus on is AI. And our program is one of the up-to-date in terms of including the generative AI and all has been included, including cloud deployment. But the challenge, all our participants, that they have multiple projects are run at the companies, but then we don't really do the scaling part of it, or we ignore, right? That is for someone else to, maybe an ops team or an AI ops team to come in and then do the scaling. But I think it is important for all of us to understand that how do we move from running a small program, and can you actually look at in terms of the who are the stakeholders involved, how many partners are involved in this. And I think what Intel is doing is really commendable along with other partners. So we would request Dr. Sriram to help us to understand this new concept itself, which is an open platform for enterprise AI. And he is going to describe about us, but we are absolutely thrilled to have Dr. Sriram because he is an voracious reader, speaker. You can see that about 47 books and over 150 research articles with patents, and ever ready to share his knowledge, ever ready to share his experience. And so glad that you have been helping us with our capstone projects as well as in webinars and many other ways. So I'm hoping that this session is going to be extremely useful. And since there is a community, we request all of you to join that community and start building this kind of an open platform that which will benefit everyone. And with that, request Dr. Sriram to take over. We will have about 40 to 45 minutes for the session, and then we will keep about 10 to 15 minutes for questions. There is a chat option. Please post your queries there. We'll take them towards the end. So over to you, Dr. Dr. Sriram, and then looking forward to a great interaction. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everybody. So I hope all of you are eager and having a lot of interest in knowing what's happening recently in the market, particularly with respect to AI. Most of us are working in GenAI and stuff, right? So for them who work in GenAI and stuff, this is going to be a super interesting session. And who wants to migrate to GenAI, the start itself will be very good because things are getting much better than ever in GenAI and related areas. So you guys can have a lot of opportunity to use whatever I'm going to discuss today. And whenever I teach, I always encourage people to go ahead and type in the chat about their questions, feedback, inputs, whatever, even reactions, the emojis. Please use it as much as you can. I will also give you the resources and all the details I have in hand, and I'm available offline as well. Whenever you have any questions on whatever I'm teaching, I'll be very glad to assist you. And thank you very much, Shinu ma'am, and the entire team for having given me this opportunity. So I'm getting into OPEA right away. We call it OPEA, OPEA. The pronunciation is OPEA. People call it in different ways, but the right way that most of us call is OPEA, and it is from the Linux Foundation. The initiative is completely given by Linux Foundation. What is it? Why do we need it? Many of you might not have heard of it. So for the people who have not heard of it, it is going to be completely new. In the chat, I would like to know how many of you have heard of the term OPEA. Just put thumbs down if you have not heard. If you have heard of it, put thumbs up. I want you to just put it up in the chat so that I can realize how many of you know, how many of you do not know. I am watching it here. I'll give you 1 minute for that task maximum. Just ensure that you guys put thumbs up, thumbs down in the chat, and I'll be very happy to see that so that I can understand if you guys know. Sudeep, thank you. So others, only one person is responding in the chat. I want everybody to be active. Paul, thank you. Others. Unknown user, it's coming like that. Tamana, thank you. Good. So out of 6 out of 6. Good. So others. You got so many people. You got 35 plus sitting here, 36 right now. All right. No is the majority of the answer right away from the beginning, which means that it's going to be very interesting for you. Am I going to go into deeper research? Will I take you tougher implementations, which will need coding, which will need everything? Nothing, sir. It's going to be an introductory session where you will certainly understand what is OPEA, and I will give you the resources which you can follow, track, and try later. I hope I'm clear and concise in the way that I communicate. If you are okay with it, just put a yes in the chat, maybe a few of you. Am I understandable? Can I go in the same speed? Just put yes. 1 or 2 of you, if you can put, I'll be happy to understand that. So this session is going to be moderately technical. We are not going to have an in-depth dive session because I want you to first understand what is OPEA. Then in near future, probably we'll have a deeper session where I can walk you through some implementations as well. All right. So what is the agenda? I'll introduce you with OPEA. I'll give you the value proposition that OPEA brings you on the table. What is OPEA? We need to get that understood very clearly, without which there is no point in discussing any further. So I'm going to do that. And what are the general barriers that we have in implementing or deploying GenAI applications? We are building GenAI applications day in and day out, right? Most of us are into it. So what are all the points that we need to really consider as barriers? We need to think about that. And Gartner is one guy who has done a lot of researches, and he has come out with a lot of pointers that we can really think about. And the OPEA, what is it all about? Why does it help you in handling the ecosystem fragmentation, and what's the architecture? And then I'll finally show you just 2 demos which are ready. And OPEA is available also in the AWS and also on the Azure. So if you have access to it, you can even try running the experiments there and the exercises there. It's going to be super easy. The agenda is simple. I hope you understood it. We get into OPEA, the open platform for enterprise AI. The term is very simple and clear. Open platform for enterprise AI. And who created it? Who spearheaded it? Linux Foundation, and who helped multiple organizations, including Intel. We played a vital role. All right. So what's it, Sriram? Very simple. We have got so much complexities in productizing the enterprise AI solutions. All of you will agree. We have got so many problems. It's not so easy to go ahead and deploy and to productize an enterprise AI. To help you in doing that. How, sir? It will enable you with composable and configurable generative AI cloud native solutions with multi-partner support. The partners who have contributed to OPEA are simply phenomenal. There are 48 plus people, plus partners who are working with OPEA, and they have contributed to OPEA, including Intel. We have got AMD coming into picture. We've got Infosys. We've got Wipro. If people who are working with Wipro, Infosys are all there, if you do not know that OPEA is supported by your own organization, I think you can go ahead and check more, because your organizations are playing a vital role in getting OPEA running up and running, right? So what is OPEA? Very simple. It is open platform for enterprise AI. What does it do? It's going to help you in solving the complex problems that are involved in enterprise AI. How is it going to solve? We are going to look into it step by step. First point, we need to understand what are all the value proposition that OPEA gets you on the table. What do you mean by this, Sriram? Very simple. What are all the things that you can expect from OPEA? First, we have a lot of data. Every company nowadays have a lot of data, but insights from the data, do we have? Do we have an easier method to understand and extract the insights from the data using generative AI like LLMs or RAGs? No, right? We do not have. So this OPEA helps people, helps the organizations in getting it done. Second, the ecosystem is completely fragmented. What do you mean by that? I will talk about it in detail. I've got time for it. For now, just understand the GenAI ecosystem is not so easy to go ahead and use it. GenAI ecosystem is completely fragmented. I'll talk about it. OPEA helps you to overcome that particular problem. Most importantly, whenever there is a movement that happens with support from multiple organizations, that becomes easy, that becomes standard. So we have collaborated with about 48 companies, organizations, and even more. It's getting highlighted every day. It's getting improved every day. And all of them in hands with Linux Foundation have really done a great job. And that way, we are getting a common platform where everybody can come and use. And most importantly, this is efficient. How, sir? You can choose and use the existing infrastructure and the hardware. That's up to you. You can use it. Second, the integration with the enterprise software, that too heterogeneous support, and it can be stable across the network. So that's also possible. It's seamless. Third, we are bringing innovations all together from different organizations. It's really not easy. Different organizations are coming together. Different organizations are contributing to ensure that we are getting something really very nice, which is going to be the future, right? It's going to be the future. Second, it is ubiquitous. all the samples, all the blueprints, whatever you have with OPEA, they can run anywhere. In the sense, you can run the samples that I'm going to talk about locally in the PC. Whatever I'm talking right now through, you can run your samples there. You can run the samples in the data center. You can run the samples in the edge. You can run the samples in the PC. Wherever you want, run it. PC, edge, data center, all the samples, all the implementations, whatever we have can be run so easily, effortlessly, smoothly with OPEA. Then most importantly, whenever we are getting into AI, we need to look into three things. One is responsible AI. Second one is transparent AI. Third one is traceable, which means explainability. All these are ensured with OPEA. Then finally, scalability. Do we have scalability, sir? Absolutely, yes. OPEA provides you to scale. This entire ecosystem helps you to scale, and your solution can scale up and down as required. These are all the very important value that OPEA brings you on the table. So, finally, what is it, sir? We all know that GenAI has exploded. I use the right word here. We all know GenAI has exploded really out of nowhere, to be very concise, and it has provided fantastic opportunities for the businesses to innovate and enrich what they had been doing in a much better way. However, there is a problem. Since it is a very new technology, since it is a very new domain as such, it is very difficult for the enterprises to realize the value for few reasons. Right? They are not able to realize the value from GenAI solutions that they are building so easily. Now, if I ask you, I have come up with a GenAI idea, and if you have to invest $10 million into it, and I'm telling you that you will realize value in so and so time, how many organizations will be ready to invest? The questions are very, very strong. Though there is a potential, the realization of the values are not so easy. Now, am I saying it? No, it's not Sriram's view. It's view of Gartner, who is father of all this kind of analysis, and you guys would have definitely 100% known Gartner by now. You would have seen a lot of his reports. This report, whatever you are seeing in front of you, is from Gartner. As I repeatedly tell you, GenAI is complex. It goes through the barriers, and it's really interesting. More complexity it gives you, more challenges it brings you on the table. GenAI is complex and it is tough. When asked to rate the top barriers to implement generative AI solutions at scale, the top leaders of the enterprise organizations, whomever this survey has been taken with, they have identified a lot of problems. They talk about the technical challenges. They even highlight the governance. They talk about the trust factor. They talk about you and me. In the sense, they also talk about the developers who create the solutions. They talk about the developers who need the skill and upskilling. All those problems also they highlight very clearly. So, first and foremost problem is the first and foremost challenge that everybody talks about is how the value can be brought in onto the table. I am implementing it. The technical implementation is done. How sooner can the organization generate value, which means the return? How we can get the people trained, people involved, people upskilled to work on this solution. To put it in simple terms, the technical implementations take a real good amount of time, and business people are worried about the use cases. How people are going to use the GenAI solutions that you are thinking about. That's the first and the foremost problem. Second very important problem. What is the cost of running it? The costs are really very, very high. How is the budget allocated? Is the budget allocated worthwhile? Does it get you the result that you want? Things are moving super fast and it's super changing with respect to GenAI. More opportunities actually await, and we have to be happy about that. But there are not enough people who are skilled enough to take up this challenge wave. We are in a wave. So building your team, skilling them up, all these barriers are also considered. And that's one of the very important barriers. 26% is connected to the cost. Third very important thing, we have discussed enough of the talent, we have discussed enough of the value that we bring on the table through GenAI, but the data is the next very important thing. What is it, sir? Very simple. Data is the food and fuel of AI and GenAI, of course. The data to be clean, the data has to be secured, the data has to be safe, the data is to be ready to be used when the model is available. All these are not easy. The amount of money that we spend with respect to getting the data available is a barrier. It's a major challenge. Then comes the governance. Data governance is a huge, huge point. You may not have it now in hand as of now, but you need to think about the privacy. You need to think about the deployment. What do you do if things go wrong? While it is all great to have all new shiny things around us with GenAI, you need to think of governance too, which is also very important, and leaders are worried about it. Other than these top points, they are also thinking about where do we get the funding from, the ethical issues, the bias and fairness issues, most importantly, hallucinations, and finding the right use cases, obtaining the sponsorships. All these are also seen as challenges and the barriers. Now, how are we going to help it with OPEA, sir? Very simple. I'm yet to get into it. I will talk about it. Is it clear till now? I'm stopping the screen sharing right now for a minute. I want to hear from you if you are able to understand whatever I am talking. You can say yes, no, it is boring, good, bad, ugly. I want it quickly. Can you understand whatever I'm trying to speak? Is it interesting? Because I normally ask this question when I make a video presentation or something. Yeah. We will get the architecture a little later, well, Murugan. We are getting it, but give me some time. We need to set the platform. Is it understandable? I want some of you to come and tell me here. Right? Few more people, quick. We can put a thumbs up. If typing is difficult, show thumbs up. We're all used to typing here. Come on. Good. I got only 7 responses. Few more, just 3 more. I'll move back. 7, only 7. Rest of you, there are 40 people. All right. Manoj Kumar is typing twice so that I can count it as 2. That's okay. I'll still agree to it. All right. Everyone talks about use cases. True. Very true. See, it is all not green. That's what I'm trying to convey you. Things are really gray at some areas, and we are trying to address it through OPEA. So that's exactly what is the intention of the session. You got it very right, Mr. What's your name? I forgot. I'm sorry. I'll see that again. Right. Now, I used a word called ecosystem fragmentation, and I used it thrice till now. It is the most important barrier for all of us. It is the most important challenge that we'll have to counter. Fragmentation. What do you mean by that, Sriram? Very simple. Fragmentation refers to a lack of cohesion or integration. To be very concise, it is lack of cohesion or integration within an ecosystem. Let's take the GenAI ecosystem. We have lot of tools, lot of techniques, lot of components, but all of them are scattered. They are not connected. They are disconnected. They are fragmented. They are not standardized. In the context of GenAI, fragmentation can be with respect to the diverse and incompatible tools. That's the most important fragmentation aspect. What do you mean by that, sir? Very simple. Different tools are there. Different frameworks are there. Every company is having a framework. Every company is having tools. Can I bring different companies' tools and frameworks together to build a solution? Is that possible? GenAI may not work well with all these components together. You may need additional effort to integrate them. This is the first challenge. Second challenge with respect to the ecosystem is scattered ecosystem. Hardware, software, workflow, all these are there, but all these operate in silos here. What is the point? There is no interoperability. This complicates the development and deployment. Third is complexity in choice. What do you mean by that, Sriram? Very simple. We have got a lot of things available in front of us right now. It is called problem of plenty. We have got so many things available in front of us. The organizations face a real difficulty in selecting right combination of tools, hardware, platforms. All these are there. But can I select it just like that? No, may not be possible. So that's a challenge. So this delays everything. Next, non-standardized workflows. What do you mean by that, sir? Very simple. There is no unified standardized way of building or deploying or managing GenAI solutions. Can you say any unified way of doing it? I don't think so. We do not have. So this will affect us in the large scale implementation, scaling up or scaling down. All these are going to be a problem. Now, most importantly, skill gap across the developers is another ecosystem fragmentation problem. The developers and teams will need expertise in various fragmented technologies. Very, very difficult. If I come and tell you that you need to learn 10 different things for you to build a GenAI solution, you will say, I'm not ready. I'm sorry. So it's very difficult. All of us will have that problem. So overall, this fragmentation creates friction in adapting GenAI by increasing the complexity and most importantly, reducing the efficiency. And overall, what it does, it also inflates the cost by a huge volume. So addressing it is definitely required. OPEA is going to address that. The challenges caused by the fragmentation of GenAI techniques, tools, which acts as the barriers to the enterprise adoption is to be definitely understood. And that's what we have given in this slide. First, it is no ease of development which we see in front of us. The return on investment is not going to be immediate. That's a problem. The security and the privacy related things are still a concern. The end-to-end use case support. Sir, I want to build something. Do I have end-to-end use case support available with me? Can I refer some standardized workflows and can I build solution? Certainly no way it is possible. I'm telling you, currently we do not have anything like that. But OPEA has brought it to you in the table. So what is OPEA going to do? Very simple. OPEA is going to help you, and trust me, it's the savior that I'm talking about. And even much more OPEA is going to offer you. It is going to give you support and help in development, deployment, and to production. You can get into that stage. It is going to give you a step up. You need not start things from scratch when you get into OPEA. You are already +1. The +1 is always a benefit. You need not really spend a lot of time in constructing things from the scratch. It's going to be very easy. It's going to make sure that you can have the components which you see in the workflow that can work together. The cohesion is going to be brought in. So OPEA is going to be very helpful. Now, with this slide, I will complete the explanation of all the problems that we are facing. I'll get into the OPEA structure, OPEA architecture after this slide. Till this slide, I'm just explaining you the ruckus that we are facing. The complexity of building end-to-end solutions, we call it ETE, AI solutions in an enterprise environment is really challenging. It's actually broken into 3 different stages. The first stage is all about preparation of the data. The second stage is about building the LLMs, which is generally the models that we talk about. Third is deployment and productization. So when you talk about preparing data, it is all about creating and managing data pipelines, which can ensure clean, structured, and accessible data. We need to create that. That itself is very challenging. We have got 2 parties involved here. I do not know how many of you are aware of these terms. If you are not aware, it's high time you learn it. Glad that you have taken the step to listen. Next, you can learn it deeper. You've got vector DB or storage ISVs. What is ISVs? ISVs are nothing but independent software vendors. And we have got application independent software vendors. This vector DB or storage ISV are none other than independent software vendors who offer database and storage solutions. They are specifically designed to handle requirements of AI workloads. So please understand, they are independent. And application ISVs are the vendors who develop software applications to manage, pre-process, and prepare data. They can do the data cleansing, transformation, data pipeline management, everything will be done by them. So preparation of data involves these 2 major parties. Then comes building LLMs. What is that, sir? Very simple. We need to generate and fine-tune LLMs using vertical specific data tailored to any particular industry that you are working. So we have people involved here. It can be domain framework. It can be model developers, which means the experts in the companies who are working and specializing on creating AI frameworks, and model aggregators. That term is a very important term that you guys should know. Model aggregators are none other than the organizations or platforms that integrate and optimize multiple models for broader use. They are called model aggregators. All these are very famous terms when it comes to enterprise AI. If you're not aware, please learn it now. And finally, when we go into the deployment and productization stage, we need to understand that we have to deploy the LLMs on the enterprise servers and services. Whatever we are making is not just a concept. It has to be deployed. Where we are going to deploy, we are going to deploy it in the enterprise servers or services. And most importantly, we need to retain the enterprise specific data, and we need to manage the large scale data also. Who are all the parties involved? We have got global system integrators like the companies like Wipro, Infosys, HCL, all those people. We've got OEMs and ODMs, the original equipment and design manufacturers. We've got the value-added resellers, network system integrators. We've got operating system vendors. All these people coming into picture. So overall, what's going to happen? The ultimate goal here is to deliver everything to enterprise customers properly. That's all. So OPEA is going to provide you specification, components. It's going to give you microservices. It's going to give you reference flows. It's going to help you with evaluation and benchmark. How, Sriram? I'm going to show you that right now. This is complex, so I'm skipping it for now. We do not have time. So I'm getting into the architecture of OPEA right away, which is going to be super easy for you to understand. This is the simplified structure or building block of OPEA, right? This is the simplified structure or building block of OPEA, which I can quickly refer with. It has been split into two areas. The first zone is called construction. The second zone is called evaluation. OPEA aims to simplify the development, production, and adoption of enterprise GenAI applications. The two key components inside the construction phase are the framework, and second one is the blueprint. What is this, sir? I'll explain you. We have got the framework of composable building blocks. This is at the construction phase, I repeat. What it means, sir? Here, OPEA provides you modular, reusable components which can be combined to build AI solutions. For an example, OPEA provides you with the LLMs. We have got large language models, core AI models are there, which can help you for text understanding and generation. We've got data stores, specialized databases for managing, storing AI data, like the embeddings, enterprise data sets. All these are available when it comes to OPEA. We get that freely available. And most importantly, the prompt engines are available. There are tools available that can help you to structure and optimize the prompts that you are going to work with. So that's the framework part. We are having a proper framework that can enable the developers to build AI systems most efficiently and easily. First block is done. Go to the second block. Blueprints of end-to-end workflows. What do you mean by that, sir? Very simple. We have got predefined workflows, multiple predefined workflows that demonstrate how to implement specific GenAI use cases. I have got workflows. What do you mean by that? Somebody is telling you how to start, how to end, what are all the steps in between very clearly. That's done through the blueprint. Multiple blueprints are available that's supported by the organizations, which means it's globally accepted. Multiple organizations are already in, which means it is tested. You can take it up without any problem. We have got that. We have got applications like RAG applications, which are available there. The retrieval-augmented generation workflows are there, which are very easy to go ahead and pick it up. Agentic systems, the talk of the town, the new baby in the town, agentic system samples are available. You've got autonomous agents that can perform tasks based on your instructions and samples, and the workflows are available. And you've got AI avatars. I'm going to show you one right now. And most importantly, the entire purpose of this blueprint is to simplify the process of creating complex AI solutions through the templates which we have created. There are templates available. Go ahead, pick the template. It's globally recognized. Start working. You need not break your head on creating solutions from the scratch. This is the plus. You are getting solution plus right now. So that's the biggest advantage. And finally, assessment for grading the GenAI systems. What do you mean by that, sir? Very simple. We need a framework which can help us to evaluate and grade the performance, the features, the reliability of the GenAI applications. Can one of you tell me here who is working in GenAI, do we have a standard method right now? We do not have. There is no standard or there is no guideline which can help us out in getting like a framework which can enable us to check, to validate, to assess the GenAI system that you are developing. OPEA is going to help you in that. OPEA has got clear metrics which can help you in understanding the performance. We have got the features and functionality capabilities which can be analyzed very clearly. We have got the trustworthiness and the enterprise grade readiness ensured through the enterprise security, compliance, and scalability standards supported by OPEA. Overall, the purpose of this assessment block is very simple. It provides the enterprises with super confidence in selecting and deploying reliable AI solution. Please understand, building AI is okay. Building GenAI is okay. Are we building it reliable? Are we getting it trustworthy? Are we getting it standardized? That's what OPA is going to give you, right? Very simple. So overall purpose, you need to simplify the development. We are having frameworks. It's simplified. You need to streamline the production through end-to-end workflow. You can do that. You have got enterprise grade quality. It's ensured through the assessment methods, through rigorous assessment options that are available. So from construction to evaluation, OPA will help you. Now, I'm going to go into the architecture perspective as in what are all the things available inside OPA. Till now, is it clear? For many of you, it could be Greek and Latin. For the first time, many of you, it could be tough. It might be a little difficult. So please tell me if you are able to understand. I need a thumbs up. I need a thumbs up or yes in the chat. Can you give me that, please? Many thumbs ups. Great. If you cannot understand, you can put a thumbs down. I'm okay with it too. I need to get the feedback right. Right, I've got few hands. Too technical for me, which means that you need to get yourself updated a bit. But you can try it out, Sudeep. This is the first time probably you are hearing it right. So maybe next time you will be able to understand that. Vivek, what was your question? Have you listened to it? Any questions you have, Vivek? You need to tell me that.
Yeah, please post the queries as well if you didn't understand.
When you put thumbs down, I need to understand what made you put that, and it's great that I'll understand that. So tell me, Vivek, if you're not telling it, which means that I cannot rate your feedback. I'll ignore it, as simple as that. So tell me what is the problem, I'll address it. You are new to this field, then you cannot put thumbs down. You need to ask me, what can I learn? I'll give you the resources at the end of the session. Please follow the resources. Okay. If you are very new to this, yes, it's going to be Greek and Latin for you, right? But you can learn. It's not going to be so difficult. See, I learned it before 1 month. Yes, AWS GenAI services are there, which are samples are available in AWS GenAI services, which you can pick. That way it's going to be easy for you. I'll give you all the resources. Don't worry, I'm coming into it. See, I ask you questions not to tell you that you do not know. I'm asking you questions to tell you that where you can start. I'm going to go into that next way. The next point is that, so it's going to be easy. No, AWS is not must. AWS is not must. Azure is not must. It is not, nothing is must here. You have different ways to really build your solution and you can follow that. AWS has got some samples you can learn, that's all. Nothing is a must. Nobody will force you, okay? Right, before I get into the session, again, I am giving you my details, which you can be in touch with after the session as well. I don't know how many of you made a note of my LinkedIn ID or my YouTube ID. So I've given my YouTube channel detail. LinkedIn, you can find me by typing Sriram Vasdevan. So send a request. I'll be very happy to accept and I can help you out, right? Let me get back to business. I'll show you some example that can make you understand things better. I know it's a little tough, but still that's why I'm giving you a lot of time to understand. I'm making it very slow. I'm not rushing. So what are the core components that you have in OPEA? We have got microservices. We have got mega service. We have got gateway. What is a microservice, sir? It is a small, independent set of services that can perform some specific task in AI pipeline. You can break down the system into smaller, self-contained services, and they are called as microservices. For example, the microservices are really very easy because they come up with superb modularity. OPEA has got so many microservices available, and this modular approach is supported in OPEA, where you can pick up the individual services as per your interest, and you can combine microservices also. What are all the microservices that you know, Sriram? Very simple. OPEA has got embedding microservices, which can help you in converting text or data into vector. OPEA has got retriever microservices, which fetches relevant information from databases. OPEA also has got re-ranking services, microservices. It will be ranked. The retrieved information can be ranked. OPEA supports guardrail. What is it, sir? It applies rules to ensure that output is all ethical, accurate, and safe. It has got TTS microservice. What is it? Text to speech. You can use that. We've got data prep microservice available. It prepares and processes raw data for the models. It has got so many microservices like this. So it is like you dragging and dropping and using. We have got multiple microservices that are available for you, which enables modular development where each microservice can be developed, deployed, and scaled independently. You are not restricted that you need to combine 5 microservices, 6 microservices. You need to take it as a complete block. Nothing. You can go pick one, start working, scale it up, modify it, do as you wish. Microservice is done. Next comes the mega service. A combination of one or two microservices working together to deliver an end-to-end application is called as mega service. A mega service is a high-level architectural construct which is composed of one or two microservices. It can provide the capability to assemble complete end-to-end solutions. Unlike small microservices, which focuses on the specific task, for example, like re-ranking or guardrail, these mega services are capable. They can orchestrate multiple microservices to deliver a comprehensive end-to-end solution. So we've got microservices, we've got mega services. These mega services allow you to build larger, cohesive AI workloads. So you are having both. I've got microservice, I've got mega service. Now, what is gateway, sir? I've got a gateway there. It is going to act as an entry point for all incoming requests to the system. The gateway serves as the interface for the users to access the mega service. It can provide customized access based on user requirement. It acts as the entry point for the incoming requests, routing them to appropriate microservice within the mega service. I've got a mega service. Mega service is a combination of multiple microservices. So I am going to let you access what you want through the gateway. Also, it supports the API definition, API versioning, rate limiting, request transformation, fine-grained control is modified and provided to you. Most importantly, it is going to get you a safer, accessible feel for you. It's going to get you very comfortable stuff. So overall, if you see, it simplifies the interaction within the system. It doesn't get you a feel like you are interacting with a complex system. So gateway is enabling you that. Now, if you know these three, you understand the OPEA. That's all. You got microservice, mega service, and gateway. Microservice enables you to do small things. Mega service, combination of multiple microservices. Gateway, it allows you to enter and access the services. Is it clear now for people who did not understand till now what was OPEA's architecture? Is it clear now? I need thumbs up, thumbs down, yes, no. It's a little tougher topic, I'm telling you. Not many are touching it even in the country right now. It is just growing. So you are really lucky or you are in the right area to understand some of the newest technologies right at the earliest stages. Right. Vivek has understood it now. Great. So if you still do not understand, right, nothing wrong. You can ask me. I'll try to explain you one more time. No big deal, right? We can learn it the next time. Okay. Now, having spent about 40 minutes, it is good to see some example, right? You need to understand that it's very easy to learn OPEA. All these are already available as standard end-to-end examples. Blueprints are available with us. Trust me, agent Q&A, audio Q&A, chat Q&A, code gen examples, code translation, DB Q&A, all these are available. Sir, where will I get it, sir? Very simple, sir. Please go to GitHub. GitHub has got everything. I'll show you that right now. We have got 612 GitHub followers in a very short time frame. We got 277 stars. We got 25,000 hits already. 48 partners and ever growing. So OPEA is growing. Your company, if it's found here, you should be very happy that your company is going in the right direction. The most famous companies like the Intel, Hugging Face, AMD, Infosys, Wipro, SAP, all these companies are there already. Right? So more will come. I'm sure the future is going to be very bright if you know OPEA. OPEA skills are very limited. Not many know that. So it's the right time that you can try out things. So from where I will learn OPEA, Sriram? Very simple. This is where you can start. github.com/OPEA project. Every example is explained with detailed step-to-step follow-up. You will get a hand-holding like anything. So you will not feel like you are doing things for the first time. It's going to be superb hand-holding and you can get it done very easily. Right? So make a note of the link github.com/OPEA OPEA project, OPEA-project. I hope this is what people wanted. And you can scan this. I have given this detail. You can get access to the OPEA project on the GitHub by scanning the first QR code. Join the OPEA mailing list because you are going to get a lot of very good details. You can visit the website directly by scanning the third QR code. You can take a screenshot of this and use it later. That's going to be very, very helpful. You can contribute, you can use, you can modify, you can do whatever you want with OPEA. There is no proprietary lock-in. There is no trouble. You are getting plenty of resources for no money. You are not investing any money here, right? So that way, we are into the best phase of learning. That's the best thing that you need to understand, right? So we are getting everything for free. I'm going to show you a demo right now. I hope it will be audible. This is done and implemented completely by OPEA. We have run it in Intel Gaudi and Intel Xeon. Since I'm working with Intel, we ran it with Xeon and Gaudi. We are creating our own audio chatbot. So you can see that it's avatar-based chatbot. We can use any avatar and that will reflect immediately. And it's like conversational experience, real good human conversational experience you will get. It's going to be very easy to understand. Have a look at it. These samples are available online for you. Go test it.
We are not able to listen to the audio.
You are not able to hear?
No.
You are not able to hear?
No, we are not able to hear.
Once again, you tell me now if you are able to hear.
We would first need to pick an audio question from the drop-down.
Thank you.
Let us pick the second. What is the objective of the open platform for enterprise AI? How is it helpful to enterprises building AI solutions? On the right-hand side, we would also have 6 different selections for the AI avatar figure. Here, let us pick the center video. Let us also determine a deep learning model to use for lip synchronization and face animation. Here, let us pick the second model for simplicity and for shorter latency. Clicking the Submit button. The audio is ready first from the AI.
Platform for Enterprise AI is a collaborative initiative that aims to accelerate the adoption and development of artificial intelligence AI in enterprises. The Open Platform for Enterprise AI is a collaborative initiative that aims to accelerate the adoption and development of artificial intelligence AI in enterprises. It provides a standardized framework, tools, and resources to facilitate the integration of AI technologies into various business processes.
How was it? This is such a complex task, but we have got samples available. We've got the complete blueprint available, codes available. With that, you can replicate it. It's very easy. I'm going to show you one more example. Let me not explain the architecture because it's a bit complex at this stage. There are many beginners here. Just have a look at it. This is a chat Q&A app that we have built. First time when I ask what is OPEA, it is talking about Oklahoma Public Employees Association. I'm asking what is OPEA, assuming that it is going to give me open platform for enterprise AI. So it did not give me right result. Now what I'm going to do is I'm enabling RAG. RAG is retrieval-augmented generation. So I have enabled RAG and I am rerunning the query. Then it will get the reply from the websites, from the real-time resources, and you will get the right reply. I'm going to show you that right now. RAG enabled very nice context-oriented search, and we'll get the reply. You can see that. It's an open platform for implementation of enterprise-grade generative AI workflows. What is the motivation and objectives of OPEA? List them. Real time. See the speed. 1.1 4.6 seconds, 2.3 seconds. It's amazing speed. All these samples are available. I am telling you, you can take end-to-end code, deploy it, and run it. It's not going to be difficult at all. It's going to be very easy. Nice, no? Now you understand what you can do with OPEA. OPEA has got 3 blocks. It has got microservices. It got mega services. It has got gateway. You can go inside, pick whatever you want, run it in the platform. The platform can be your PC. It can be data center. It can be cloud. You've got examples available. Why OPEA is built? We need a standard. There is no standard as of now. So companies are coming forward to build it. Many organizations contributed. Intel is one of them. The documentation will be like this. Step by step, they would have explained. There cannot be any better documentation, I'm telling you. You get into opea.dev, you will get all the samples available. Each sample will be explained step by step. It is like a teacher sitting next to you and teaching. I'm telling you, the way they have created these, right? Amazing samples. That's really nice. There are so many examples. I cannot really show you everything. This is a visual RAG example. See this, I'm just asking a question. Man holding a rich basket. It's rightly detected, visual, real time. Now I can change the question also real time. I'm going to do that right now. Find similar videos. I'm clicking find similar videos. So it's trying to find. Yeah, it has got real time visual RAG. See, we are talking about textual RAG all these times, but this is visual. Things are changing. Things are really changing. Amazing example, right? So we got dashboards available. See, the kind of dashboards that we have, they're all really nicely built.
The left window displays the configuration file for our OPEA benchmark kit. By adjusting the value of user queries, we can determine the required load for running on the OPEA cluster. Based on the user's customized file, the OPEA benchmark kit can conduct evaluations across multiple scenarios. And the right window displays the 5 Grafana dashboards used to monitor OPEA's operational status. This is a dedicated dashboard that monitors the status of chat Q&A mega services, providing insights into resource utilization, throughput, and latency. There is another dedicated dashboard for monitoring the Gaudi accelerator card, including power consumption, temperature, and utilization. We also provide more detailed monitoring dashboards for microservices, such as TEI. And dashboard for VectorDB, here we used Redis as an example. Of course, we provide a dedicated dashboard for monitoring the performance of large language model inference, which is of most concern to users. After the performance evaluation is completed, the OPEA benchmark kit stores all results and generates a web report that intuitively displays key metrics and the performance of each component. OPEA also supports one-click switching of components and models, allowing users to easily verify new components and models and quickly evaluate the performance and effectiveness of various combinations. As demonstrated in the video, OPEA can seamlessly switch the model from neural chat to Qianwen quickly.
Now see this, these kind of examples are really available and all of them are really very easy. So what's the key takeaway I can give you? OPEA helps to integrate performant AI workflows, GenAI workflows and applications at enterprise grade. It is very easy, practical to think about building GenAI RAG applications also with OPEA. Using OPEA is not expensive. Using OPEA is cost effective. Using OPEA is efficient. Go ahead, try using it. And GitHub resources links are available here. Take a screenshot or you can copy it, make a note of it. And if you have any questions now, you can ask me. Make a note of my email ID as well. I think this one they will talk about. So if you have any questions, I can answer it before I go on to the final part of it. Any questions?
Please post your queries.
Yeah, you can post it here. Just post the questions here.
Yes, well, Velu Murugan, you can please ask the question. Put it in the chat.
Is it for non-AI folks? And if yes, what are all the prerequisites? OPEA is not for non-AI folks. If you are working in AI only, you will relish the features, the opportunities that OPEA brings. So if you are non-AI, I'm really sorry, OPEA may not be of helpful for you.
Yeah, it's an enterprise AI platform, Amol. So
Correct.
it is definitely an AI related one.
Yes, it is open source. Yeah, Manoj Kumar, yes, it is 100% open source. It is open platform.
Okay.
So how to start modifying AI model? I have an idea for ML. We use Google Colab. Google Colab and all you cannot pick here. You need to have better platforms and think of deploying it in cloud, which is at enterprise grade. You, Vasant, if you are a student, right? I understand from your question that you are a student or a researcher. You need to go into the website, have a look at. They have given the complete procedure. Try it out, and if you have a problem, reach me. Because the question itself tells that you are Google Colab oriented. It's not at Colab level. It's at enterprise level. It's enterprise grade. You can. Yes, Manoj, you can. You can do whatever you want. They have given you the framework. Take the framework, deploy, modify, change, run, do whatever you want. It's free. Any other questions? Right, if there are no questions, I think I have not overshot my time. So I hand it over to Shini ma'am. Thank you very much for the opportunity and great that you guys joined today. So yes, you can modify the models, Vasant. You can. So if you are just a beginner, right, go try it out locally in the Colab. As you said, you can start with Colab. Once you gain a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of experience, you can think of definitely doing all those. We started like that and we are teaching you now. Jenny is still non-deterministic, sir. Yes. So what is the problem? I think you asked this question early, right? It's not like SOA. No, you cannot say like that, Velmurugan. I mean, we are still evolving. So over a period of time, it will become deterministic. It is still a very nascent technology only. We cannot call it as 100% deterministic at this point, Velmurugan. Any other questions? Thank you. Great.
I'm
Stay
just sharing
in
my
touch. I
screen.
hand it over to Srinivas. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just sharing my screen. Okay, so I think we had a mix of participants, Dr. Sriram. So I thought it's a great time for us to introduce that, how do we become an AI engineer first and then start building enterprise solutions, right? So that's where I think we should look at various programs Raise is offering today. We have something called a full-fledged master's programs where we bring in all these programs. Somehow my mouse is not following my my touch. So one is that you can even have a smaller program, say certified AI Gen specialist, which is a shorter program that which we offer, or a full-fledged AI engineer program which we have. And also we work closely with Azure and AWS. So deployment on cloud is one of the important skill that you might need. And in our AI program, if you look at it, it actually has data engineering part of it, modeling part of it. Under modeling, we focus on computer vision, text, which is GenAI, anything around GenAI, and then we also focus on speech and hybrid systems. So multimodal AI systems is also been part of it, right? And then you would deploy it in through cloud through some of the Azure programs that which we do. So it's a very comprehensive program that which we offer. And those who are looking for getting into AI full-fledged might look at both short-term and long-term program from us. And especially when you do a capstone project is what I see that there is a lot of alignment with what OPEA is providing. So one of the, I think the use cases that Dr. Sriram discussed, some of our participants or those who are inside, those who are from outside who are attending this program, please do look at that. Can you create an end-to-end project with OPEA platform and then showcase quickly, right? Because today the whole development cycle is come down with the OPEA kind of platform. So I think a capstone project, 2 or 3 capstone projects like this using OPEA platform could be a great capstone project you can showcase in your Git, right? So that please do look at it. And we have a great ecosystem. So we have, as we mentioned, mentors like Dr. Sriram, also participants. They come from various organizations. So we would love to hear from you about your feedback on this webinar, as well as what we do here. We do customized programs as well. So please do connect with us, and also with Dr. Sriram if you have specific questions on OPEA. And we would be glad to connect further. And then we would also want to host you whenever you come to the campus. Please do visit us, and that would be wonderful. So with that, I think any other questions which has come, I think it's that's the last. So thank you so much, Dr. Sriram, for taking us to a very, very important one. I hope this community grows. And because today I think it's all about open platforms, not closed platforms, because more researchers can come, experiment, and democratize this whole AI journey, right? And all of you are doing excellent work in propagating this idea, right? And we hope that the community grows and more people join. Along with that, we wish that we all work together to make use of AI for improving our efficiency, and also bring great value to our clients. So thank you so much. Have a great evening. Do connect with us in person, whoever is interested to know more. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I think the topic is very new.